Welcome, I'll be reacting to Outlander, Season 1, Episode 4. This is not a market substitute. Support the original. Is that Claire? Oh, it is. Alright,
So far, I had found at least 2 possible escape routes, and left breadcrumbs to mark my way
That's
to
clever.
freedom.
Using hide and seek / hunting game to find your way out.
Please do not look, but that woman stirring the bowl over there seems to fancy one of you. I said don't look.
Aye. She's a bite of that one. I'll save some pie for you.
I now need to tend to the other elements of my plan. Come along.
How's my cock?
I like how she's basically ordering him around now rather than the other way around.
Uncle Lam had taught me to ride during the years we lived in Ireland.
I'm just seeing it's best for all concerned if young Jamie's left to himself with the gatherings on.
Something's going on there with Jamie.
Hope I'm not disturbing you.
No, of course not. I was elsewhere. Pardon me?
You've quite a stock of food here. It's not unfaithful if he's dead. Is he? Dead, then.
She's like, so you're available. Sorry, I ship these two so hard.
Valerian root. I have trouble sleeping too, but I don't mash my valerian like that.
Oh
I'd
no,
boil
she's
it whole
figuring it
first.
out. She's gonna put her guard to sleep. Oh no.
The Highlands are no place for a woman to be alone. You do well to remember that.
I really like how her friend has figured out she's about to escape and is planning it and is trying to give her the advice not to do it in such a way that Claire won't get in trouble in case anyone's listening. So this just makes me like her even more. I would take her advice. Claire, listen to your friend.
Now all I lacked was a weapon, should I need it.
Nice. Does she know how to use it though? Because knives are difficult to use if you're not trained.
Lovely. At first, I thought Mrs. Fitz's intervention would disrupt my plans. But then I realized that with her at my side as a proper escort, my shadows would be less vigilant as I moved through the castle. I needed them to
That's
relax,
true.
to let down their guard and enjoy the festivities if I was to distract them later.
Oh, that lovely dress again. You wore it so well to the last gathering. Marta.
Ooh, shots fired. It is beautifully decorated. I love doing greenery decorations like that. I like to do that every Yule. Get fresh evergreens and berries and things and make garlands. The fake ones, they don't have the scent and the feel that actual garlands have. It's not the same. Cool Dirk. Wait a
I
minute.
swear, by the cross of our Lord Jesus.
Aren't they sharp? Maybe he's being really careful, but I don't know. I've cut myself on several sword blades while trying to oil them, so it just makes me a little antsy whenever people hold them by the blade.
And by the holy iron that I hold, to give ye my fealty, and to pledge ye my loyalty to the name of Clan Mackenzie.
I remember that part of kissing the blade. Ooh, that's really accurate. I've seen these used in weddings. I think it might be rabbit trail time because the Dirk thing, I want to know more about it. They are specifically saying the iron that I hold. So that's probably why they're grasping the blade. You'll have to forgive me, Highland weaponry is not my forte. I'm just vaguely familiar with it. I know a lot more about English weaponry in earlier centuries. Let's see. Oh, interesting. They were Used in a point down grip. Potentially for backhanded slashes. Oh, right. So, give me a second. I'm just gonna use some scissors. All right, so, and normally this particular one would also have a spike here that you could use for catching weapons. I just put mine away because this is very embarrassing. I kept tripping and then impaling myself on it. So I took it off and put it in my armor chest. Okay, so this historian thinks the weight of the targe would slow the left arm in a strike. You would lock the opponent's weapon between the dirk blade and the edge of the targe, thus unbalancing the adversary. I warned you this was going to happen. All right. And that would smash them backwards, giving you time probably to, we could slice their wrist at that point. Would you go for a dirk or a sword when you're using a targe? I feel like you would start with a sword and then eventually, because they're both pretty heavy in battle, you would just naturally lose one of them. And then you'd grab your dirk. I don't feel like you would start with this as a weapon. We still have not gotten to the point where I've figured out whether or not they're sharpened, but I would assume that they would be. I mean, you're swearing on the holy iron, because iron has protective properties beyond the fact that you can stab people with it to ward. Shield, an axe, or other sharp steel can be used. It just seems super dangerous to me. So maybe that's part of the oath, is you are holding very carefully, because you'd have to grab a specific area. I'm looking at a dirk design right now. And if you mess up, if your hand slips, it's very Klingon. I've learned way more about dirks than I knew before. This was a very important oath. Scotland is not my area of expertise, as I've mentioned, so this is really fun to me, learning things. What were we doing? Oh right, we were watching an episode of Outlander before I watched like 10 YouTube videos on targe fighting.
Interesting ceremony, but I've seen enough. Shall we go?
What, no? Whoa, where are we going?
If I must, may as well join in.
She didn't actually drink.
That's more in the spirit.
Yeah, don't drink that. It's laced. Wow, he's gonna pass out.
Port. It is very strong.
Port is usually fairly sweet, so it's pretty impressive that he drank that much. I don't think I could. I tend to have port in these little tiny glasses, and I'm like, oh, this is nice. I like it. But it's a little on the sweet side. It's funny because when I was younger, I preferred tawny port, and now I prefer ruby port. It's been a surprising twist about getting older. Bagpipes are so cool.
You had a potion that might open a lad's heart to a lassie.
She wants a love potion?
I had it in mind that, well, you aid so many with your healing that maybe you have something in your keen knowledge that could help a lass hold a lad's attention.
Stand outside the door, tap your heels together 3 times, and recite, "There's no place like love. There's no place like love."
Thanks, T. Claire.
Good luck.
I mean, I know she means well, but she could get in trouble for doing witchcraft.
Then make for the north stairs.
Oh no! Jamie! Jamie! Where are you? Oh, I did not expect him. Nice. Yeah, except now he's gonna figure out she's trying to get away.
You shouldn't be here.
Mm-hmm. Oh no. Claire.
And I know how to make my way through the forest and find the road back to Inverness.
Well, that's a very sound plan, Sassenach. Or would be. Did Colm not post extra guards through the woods tonight? He'd hardly leave the castle undefended, The fighting men of the clan inside it.
I'm going anyway.
The best track is in the clan, I hear. I'll catch you.
Of all my hopes shot to hell just in a moment.
Listen to Jamie. All your friends are telling you it's too dangerous.
I may have walloped him over the head with a chair or something, and I think he's unconscious.
Yeah.
Is he drunk?
Very.
I doubt very much he'll remember that. And even if he does, I doubt he'll be in a rush to brute that a lass got the better of him.
That's a good point. I get it, wanting to just escape like that. But he's right. All the trackers are here. There's extra guards.
Young
Oh,
lad.
great.
Call him his nephew. You all right?
Oh, ah! Jamie, why do you have to be such a gentleman? Oh, this is a mess.
Mr. McTavish seems like a good choice to be led.
His other uncle, Dougal, might disagree with you on that point, lass. He's been holding Iona for himself when Colum dies. If Jamie takes the oath, Dougal will not let
Oh,
him
that's
grieve
why
Mackenzie
they're
alone.
always kind of fighting each other.
Declined to take the oath.
Not while he bides at Leoch.
Oh no, it was her fault.
To escort me back. Oh God, this is all my fault.
For my oath is pledged to the name that I bear. I give you my obedience as kinsman
Will this work?
and as laird, so long as my feet rest on the lands of the clan Mackenzie.
Oh, okay. It worked out. Love the 1940s music over this
It's a
scene.
broad day for a boar, potentially.
It's quite the show of force for a pig hunt.
Have you met a boar, Claire? You do not play around with them. You do not. It's no laughing matter. They have boar hunting in this area, and it's quite dangerous.
Serves you right. To expect the poor animal to do with you barbarians chasing it. Score one for the pig. Maybe next time you'll think about going fishing.
Maybe next time you'll think about going fishing. I love her. Oh no, Claire, climb a tree. Find a tree, climb it fast. Claire, what are you doing? Climb a tree. Okay then. Whew. Oh.
It was fatal.
Oh. All she can do is maybe help with the pain.
Tell me about your home. What's it like there? I'll wager it's beautiful.
It is. In the spring,
Yes?
the area.
No more pain. Ooh.
Do you mean
You're coming on the road.
on the road?
I'm leaving tomorrow and I'm taking you with me.
Travelling through Mackenzie lands, collecting rents.
Oh, that's a beautiful coat. Oh, I love it. Well, this should be fun, out on the road. I think this was my favorite episode so far. I really enjoyed Claire's shenanigans of trying to figure out how to escape, how careful she was being about it. But then, of course, she didn't think about the fact that at the gathering, there would be more guards, which makes sense. I'm so happy that ultimately she listened to her friends and decided not to make the escape attempt, because I feel like it would have failed. She would have been recaptured and then they would have done something really horrible to her. So this was probably the better move, to wait. The gathering itself was really fascinating. All the costuming and the decorations were amazing. I'm totally going to steal some ideas for Yule this year. And through my rabbit trailing based on this episode, I ended up learning a lot more about the Scottish oath traditions, which was fascinating. I really like the attention to detail that this show has so far. The pacing is also excellent with the locations because we have been at the castle for a few episodes now, and it looks like they're going to mix things up, go out on the road, probably for a few more episodes, and then go somewhere else. So I like that we're moving locations. I think that was Shinty that they were playing at the end. That looks like so much fun. It looks like a really enthusiastic form of golf, or croquet games when they get a little violent. Have you ever played croquet with friends that you've known for a long time? And you're doing the version where you can put the balls together and whack them and they go whoo, out, out up the hill. And then you get really mad and it just breaks out into kind of more of a hockey game fight. Was that just me growing up? So those moments in this game really reminded me of childhood croquet games where you're just whacking each other with mallets. Anyway, I loved this episode. I hope we get way more like it, and I'm looking forward to what happens next.